What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's Thursday night, test and tune. We're out here at the track. I'm a little sweaty. We got Randy's car. Bryan was able to find some valves, so he's got his back together. He is hydraulic roller camshaft now, not solid roller. So hopefully it's gonna work out for him. He's not gonna have any issues. Got Brantley out here, JW, Randy, Happy's here, Brian Harper's here. It's gonna be a good time. Got over to Bryan's a little bit earlier today, and sure enough, turbo was loaded with oil. So our little loop-de-loop didn't work. He did order a pump. It just came, but we put a check valve in line on the return. So hopefully the check valve is gonna solve the problem without the pump. It may or may not. I don't know if it will or not. So that's what we're gonna try. So first pass is probably gonna smoke because there's still a little bit of oil. We took the compressor side off and cleaned it all out. But the exhaust side is a little smoky and a little oily still. So it's gonna smoke probably the first pass, and hopefully that'll be it. So let's get this thing started. It's ready to go make a pass. Bryan's just got a couple things to do, and he's gonna be ready to go make a pass too. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some merchandise. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, Randy's has got the tune-up from last week, so literally all we gotta do is nothing. And we're ready to go make a pass. So we'll be going out there in just a few minutes. Luckily, I think rain-wise, we're good. Norman's out here with Michael's truck. So we're gonna use the smart car to push this thing around. So it should be good to go. All right, as soon as the battery gets charged, we're ready. All right, Mike's out here. He just made his first pass. We're running a little bit late. He said it tire shook real bad, but the transmission did shift. It shifted, the transmission feels fine. So that's a good thing. So he's gonna go, where y'all parked at? All the way down at the front?
All the way down at the front.
Okay, call me before you make the next pass. We're gonna go up there in probably a few minutes. I want to check it out. Ooh, 876, 67 miles an hour. That's pretty good. right behind them.
That pot hard.
Oh yeah, something burning up under it. I saw, you see spark? I saw sparks go back this way.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, look, it come by like a rocket though. Alright guys, so you just pushed this thing up here. So we got a pretty good tune-up in it, so we'll see if it takes it or not. Hopefully it does. They're fixing to spray the track, touch it up. It feels pretty good to me. So maybe this will go down. If it goes down and goes out the back like we think it should, what we done, it ought to go some 40s, maybe some 440s, 450s. We went a 67 last time. I think we can, this should be like a 45 if it goes. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. right, guys, so it ran better, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping. But we had a pitiful 60 foot. I don't know why it had such a bad 60 foot. We're pulling the data log stuff now. Went a 127 60 foot, 460 at 165. So we picked up mile per hour. We picked up ET, even though we had a terrible 60 foot. So actually I was pretty close. If our 60 foot would have been back in that 118 range, which is where I thought, we would have been up at like 448, 450. What we got, see what we need to do. Bryan just went up there now to make another pass. So we'll see how he does. He's just knocked the tire off violently the first pass. So we'll see how it goes. And we're going to get this one tuned up. All right, guys. Well, we got Randy's. His is turning around. We're fixing to go make another pass with it. Bryan, man, that dude can't catch a break for nothing. It kicked the rod. So we're fixing to pull the data log. First pass, it just went, knocked the tire off, and it looked good down track. But as far as tune-up wise, and that time it made actually a decent pass. Nothing went wrong. That we can tell. We think it just overpowered the rod. It had the steel rods in it, the billet I-beams from somebody. And it's supposed to be like a 2,000 horsepower rod, but you know how it is, a steel rod. I mean, I broke Olivers and I broke Lents, and it's just one of those things. The billet I-beams are good, but they can't take what an aluminum one can be. So he's gonna pull it out, make sure hopefully the motor's fine. He's fixing to start coming no prep racing with us too. Our buddy Ryan had a Fairmont, and so the Fairmont is almost back together. So he's gonna be doing back of the track stuff and some front of the track stuff, no prep. It's one of those cars that you don't have to go so fast. So he's gonna pull the data log real fast, see what that looks like. Randy's, we're gonna be running in a second. All right, so Randy's taking all the stuff off of it. We are ready to go. What I found in the tune-up, for some reason I had in the timing table, in the main timing table, when you let go of the trans brake button, I had it aggressively pulling out timing in the timing table. So, you gotta, if you have it to where it pulls it out real fast, then the motor sees it and it stuns it. And for some reason, I had it there, something I put in there clearly. So we just modified that so the timing will come out a little bit more gradual, and then hopefully the motor will pull through it. I did do a little bit of individual cylinder tuning. I had a couple cylinders. I had 3 cylinders that were a little hotter on the EGTs than the other ones. So I put a little bit of fuel in those. I put 2% fuel in those, and I added a degree of timing everywhere. So we'll see how that works out. Put a little bit more dome pressure on it. That mile per hour it run, looking at some other data logs, it should have did what I thought it was going to do if it would have 60 foot reasonable, but it didn't. So we're going to try it again. We're going to roll up there now and see what happens. Bryan pulled his data log. His data log looks good. It's just 100% a parts failure. So it just broke a connecting rod. So he's going to put some aluminum rods in that thing soon. I don't know how long it'll take him. It's pretty costly. Parts are hard to come by now too. So that sucks. But we're going to go make another pass with Randy's. So it knocked the tire off out there. He said it didn't really feel any faster early. It should have been much faster early with what I did to the boost ramp and to the timing ramp. You know, we got a little bit of an issue that the back pressure sensor is not hooked up, and we forgot to put a cap on the plug or the dashboard feed. So we definitely 100% have an exhaust leak, but that wouldn't be changing it that much. I mean, it's going to be a little bit, but not that significant. The transition boost could be causing the issue. So I don't know, we're gonna pull the data log real fast. He said it made it about the half track before he felt it knock the tire off. I had a pretty tight ramp on it. It was a 2 second ramp. I don't know, we got a little bit of work to do, but I think we'll be fine. We'll look at the data log. It's fun out there, but there again, I mean, it's 9:30, and you know, they went out there, they drug the track. You know, glue is very expensive. It feels very sticky, you know, but down track there's a bunch of street cars and stuff, and it was fixing to go probably 170, maybe 170 to 175 mile an hour. So you got to have a pretty sticky track to make that stick. So let's see what the data log shows real fast. All right, guys, so looking at the data log, the timing definitely helped. Randy said he didn't think it went any faster. He said, man, it felt about the same early, but if you look at it, we picked up almost 1/10 of a second, actually a little bit over. 116, 60 foot, 305, and it did spin and knocked the tire off, and so it spun. So anytime you're racing, right, when you look at this data log, this was the first run, this was the second run, and you see it knocked the tire off right here, right on the gear change. But look how much faster we're to the gear change. Okay, so we were at 2.26 seconds into the run when it shifted versus the first one where it wasn't making as much power. Half a second faster. Boost was not much different. 4 pounds, 37 versus 33. Like I said, I put a little bit of time and did a little bit of individual cylinder. Added a degree of the timing. I've now got a couple cylinders that are really cold. But, you know, it's still pretty laggy through here. If you look at this boost curve, I mean, it comes up pretty violent, and then it kind of levels off. So we're going to need to probably leave with a little bit more boost. Although at 116, it took it fine, but it just got out there and knocked the tire off. We knocked the tire off. He lifted completely at 2.4 seconds. And, you know, I showed you the time slip. That right there probably would have been 290, maybe a 295 to the half track, which would have probably been a mid-30 pass. Most likely. But we got nothing, boss. We got a goose egg. Sorry. That should have been like a 430, 435, 440. But we didn't. Fun. Yeah. Which, I mean, you know, it's late at night. Yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, you can see it's died out. You can't expect them to, you know, spray the whole track.
I mean, what would we do without Harold? I mean,
I know, right?
He's 100%.
And that's, you know,
world class.
Absolutely. Guy. And Galat is it's a phenomenal track no matter when you're here.
World-class facility.
But I mean, it's test and tune night, and we were just trying to go, a 430 at 175 mile an hour.
Just 430.
I mean, that's hard. And I mean, honestly, that first pass, if that tune-up would have been in there, it would have probably took it. But with it, I mean, so late, you know, it's just not gonna hold it down track. And it did it on the shift. The shift knocked it off, and I didn't have any shift retard in it. I took the shift retard out because we were going so slow I didn't need it. So now I'll probably slide that shift retard in there, knock 4 degrees of timing out of it on the shift.
Yeah, we gotta just crawl into it.
No, that's right. Yeah. Well, not bad. That I think that could have been our 30 or 40 ticket. Guaranteed a 40 ticket.
Yeah,
possibly a 30 ticket.
Yeah, it was just, I just can't get over of how gradually, you know, you're just like, and all of a sudden, damn, they're going 150 miles an hour.
Right. That's right. I mean, it went 165 the first pass. I mean, that's it. That
been 175 this pass.
Right. That way, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, all right.
Right before it shifted, I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
We about to roll now. And then the car goes, nope, not now. Not today, buddy. All right, guys, we out of here. Stunnerville. Do you want to try tomorrow night or no? I don't think we need it. I think that tune up with a little bit of timing retard. I'm gonna do a little bit more individual cylinder. I think we'll be good for Saturday. So Stunnerville, Saturday. Come see us. Later, guys.